Hello everyone, my name is Rarber and today we will be talking about how to build Xiangling, so let's get on with it. I decided to make this little series where I'll be talking about every character, or at least every character that I have that I know how to use properly and how to build. Because believe me or not, you probably know me for the glitches in the game, but there are not that many. Mihoyo is patching a lot of them, so I have to find a new source of content. And I decided two things. First thing is the builds video that you're seeing right now, and the other thing, I am actually working on some lore videos with some story, with some plot developments, and how it all came to be, and the stuff that was already set in the game, and the stuff that you can find in the manga or in item descriptions and stuff like that. Okay, so without further ado, we will focus on Xiangling today, and she's, as I said, a pyro character. She can be built in basically two different ways. She can be a pyro support, or she can be your main DPS or your secondary DPS with physical damage. So let's go over my build that I'm using, and I think it's really good. I deal around, I'm not like the best player in the world or anything. I am rank 48 currently. I am slowly getting to the 50. We'll see what happens next, but let's get back to the build. I am using her as my main DPS, physical damage, so I am using a Skyward Spine. I know, I'm sorry, don't click off this video. I just got lucky and got it from the standard banner. But we'll be talking about every weapon. That's good, that's bad, and stuff like that. Okay, so first of all, let's see. The Skyward Spine is a really good item for her because it increases your attack speed by 12% at rank 1. What it means is that Xiangling, being the pretty quick character when it comes to the attacks, can attack even faster, so you can do your combos faster. Basically, it makes your DPS skyrocket. And also, it has a chance to activate a vacuum blade that deals 40% of your damage, so that's also amazing. And it's a 5-star weapon, so its base attack is like above the sky. But if you don't have this much luck, you can use the best two weapons for Xiangling are the pikes that you can actually craft in the blacksmith, at the blacksmith, and these are the crescent pike which I choose. And basically what it does is, after picking an elemental orb or particle, normal and charged attacks deal additional percentage damage. As you can see at refinement rank 3, because I made 3 of those spikes and combined them together, I have 30% attack boost, but at the beginning you have 20%. So this is really good. You just start a fight basically with using your E, your elemental skill, your Guba, and he attacks with fire, generates particles, they come to you, and you deal bonus damage. And it's quite a lot. But you can also use a prototype grudge, which is the other pole arm that you can use. And after using an elemental skill, which is basically doing the same thing as for the crescent pike, your attack, normal and charged, is increased by 8%. Which is less, but it can stack for 2 times, up to 2 times, and it lasts longer. So you can choose basically if you want more damage for a shorter period of time with Crescent Pike, or if you want a stable attack up with Prototype Grudge. Okay, so another weapon that you can use for her is a Primordial Jade-Winged Spear. Which increases your crit rate, and on hit increases your attacks, applying some stacks, and you deal percent base more damage, and also your skills deal more damage as well. Another 4-star weapon that you can use is Dragon's Bane, with which Xiangling is actually seen in one of the trailers for the game. It's also from the gacha, and it increases your damage against enemies that are affected by Hydro or Pyro, which is amazing for the Pyro support build. Okay, so another weapon of choice is definitely a deathmatch, which is a battle pass reward for hitting level 30. You can choose one of the weapons. One of them is a deathmatch, which is a polearm that increases your attack and defense by 16% when there are more than 2 opponents. And if there's only one opponent, it increases your attack by 24%, which is also amazing for the physical DPS build. Okay, but let's say you are a free-to-play player and you are extremely unlucky and you only can afford the 3-star weapons like Black Tassel, Halberd and White Tassel. And let me tell you, delete Black Tassel if you have it, just burn it down. Because it increases damage against slimes. Like, why would you need that? I don't know. But the Halberd and the White Tassel are actually really good, because White Tassel is a simple weapon that increases your normal damage by 24 to 48% depending on your refine level, and the Halberd is actually an amazing weapon that can deal additional up to 320% damage on refinement rank 5. So how it works is basically you have a chance to deal additional damage with an attack. It's like a crit that deals extreme amounts of damage. So for example, let's say you're dealing 100 damage, so 300% of that is 300 damage, right? So if you deal 1000 damage, you can deal 3000 damage. You know what I'm saying? And it can occur every 10 seconds, so fairly often as well. Okay, and with that out of the way, let's move to artifacts. Artifacts, as you can see, I am going for the Gladiator's Finale, which is the physical bonus that I am talking about. And what it does is, if you have 2 pieces, your attack is increased by 18%. But if you use a 4-piece set, and the wielder of Sword, Claymore of Polearm gets additional 35% of the damage. So it's really a lot. When I had a 2-stack, or rather 2-piece set, I was dealing like, let's say, I don't know, like 500 damage or something, and now I got the 4-piece, and I am dealing around 1000 with every auto attack, you know. Obviously, those are legendary artifacts, 5-star, upgraded all the way up to plus 20, and the one Instructor's Cap on plus 16, 4-star, because it deals the attack damage. And I started with this item for Xiangling because I knew I wanted the attack, so it just stayed there. Obviously, you can change it for the Gladiators set or any other piece you want. What matters is that it needs to have this attack percent or the flat attack, which is also amazing. So, as you can see, all of my artifacts have the flower always gives you HP and the feather always gives you attack. But my feather also have the additional stat, which is also attack plus, and my flower also deals attack plus. So for the hourglass, I also managed to get one that gives you percent damage, same with the goblet, and as I told you, the instructor cap. What you need for the physical DPS build is attack, attack, and once again attack. You don't need the crits, you don't need anything. If you can get as much attack as you can, you will be golden. So now let's talk about the Pyro support build for this you obviously want some elemental energy, elemental regen, and pyro damage. So there are basically two ways that you can go. There is the Noblesse Oblige and the Crimson Witch of Flames. Crimson Witch of Flames is amazing because you can just farm this in the Hidden Palace of Zhu formula. And what it does is basically, as you can see, 2-piece set deals bonus damage pyro plus 15% on a 2-piece. On a 4-piece it increases also the overloaded and burning damage by 40%, which is just out of this world. Vaporize and melt damage increased by 15%. Using an elemental skill increases 2-piece set effects by 50% for 10 seconds, max 3 stacks. So if you want to burn this world to the ground, leave only a pile of ashes behind you, go for the Crimson Witch of Flames. You can farm this just for 20 resin every dungeon, or use condensated resin for some more drops. Okay, and that leaves us with the last piece of set that we can use, Noblesse Oblige, which deals on the 2-piece set elemental bars damage plus 20%, which means your ultimate is gonna annihilate everyone that stands in it. And a 4-piece set actually increases all party members' attack by 20%. So it helps not only Xiangling but also your team, and with it you can make sure that you are dealing both pyro and physical damage on the highest level. You can obviously combine these builds, but I would go for the support with the elemental damage or the physical damage separately. Like for example, use Berserker and Gladiator, or Braveheart and Gladiator. And for the pyro support, use Crimson Witch with Noblesse Oblige, or something like an Instructor for the recharge energy, or the Wanderer's Troop for increased elemental mastery. Okay, and as a last piece of advice, obviously guys, remember about upgrading your talents, your auto attacks if you're going for the physical build, the Guba attack and Pyronado if you are going for the pyro support build. Ascend your characters. Remember, if you get any multiples of her, any doubles, you can use them for the Constellation to make Xiangling even stronger. So that's it for me for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It's the first time when I'm doing like this kind of informatic content that I needed to prepare, that I needed to test some things out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you liked it, if you want to see some more of it. Comment, subscribe, and I will see you in another video in another day. See ya!